This account was created to provide information on how current immigration laws apply to certain factual scenarios. There are many, I suspect, who are worried about their immigration situation, but they're not sure if they should speak to an immigration attorney. Keep in mind, and I cannot stress this enough, that immigration law is unbelievably fact-specific. So even if you think that your situation is nearly identical to one of the ones that I go over here, you still need to speak to an immigration attorney personally. Even the smallest factual changes can make a big difference in the outcome. That said, this is not legal advice. I'm hoping this will merely help educate people as to how the immigration laws work, because I know there are a lot of anxiety exists in certain immigrant communities. Also, immigration laws and procedures will likely change quite a bit in the months to come. So what might be accurate and current at the time of this recording very well could change in the weeks to come, maybe even tomorrow. All right, so I want to talk about the stop time rule, which is something that comes into play when you are looking at cancellation of removal. When you're pursuing cancellation of removal, first of all, there's two different types. There's cancellation of removal for individuals that are here illegally, okay? Then there's also cancellation of removal for individuals who have green cards. The stop time rule basically says that even if you have been in the United States since, let's say, 2010, all right, you would normally have to accrue 10 years of continuous residence in the United States before you can apply for cancellation of removal. So if you got here in 2010, then you've accrued 15 years. But what the stop time rule says is that if you have been issued a notice to appear in immigration court, or if you have committed a certain level of crime, then that will stop you from accruing any more time. So going back to our example, let's say you get here in 2010, but in 2008, you committed a certain crime that made you inadmissible. Well, you stopped accruing your time at that point, so you would only have 8 years, and you wouldn't be able to meet the 10-year requirement, all right? Likewise, if you received a notice to appear and the notice to appear was not deficient in some way, then that would also stop your time. So you can't continue to accrue that 10 years once you've been put in immigration court through a notice to appear. Now, if you are a permanent resident and you are pursuing cancellation of removal, you don't need to show 10 years, you need to show 7 years. So the stop time rule would effectively apply in the same way, but it's a lesser amount of time, okay? So you need to show 7 years of continuous residence in the United States, and if you have an NTA, a notice to appear. So let's say you're a permanent resident and you're looking to pursue cancellation of removal. For some reason, they've put you into immigration court and you want to use your cancellation of removal to avoid losing your green card. In that situation, you need to accrue 7 years of continuous residence. But the commission of a certain crime, it's not the conviction, it's the commission of the crime that will stop that time, all right? Likewise, if you receive a notice to appear in court, that would also stop the time. That's an important point, the commission versus the conviction. So let's say that you commit the crime at 6 years, but you don't get convicted of the crime for 2 extra years. It doesn't matter. It's the commission of the crime. So if you're ultimately convicted, it's the commission of the crime that's going to prevent you from accruing more time. With cancellation of removal, there's a lot of moving parts in terms of eligibility and exceptions to the stop time rule as well. So if this is something that you think you might be eligible for and you are currently in immigration court, definitely talk to an immigration attorney who handles cancellation of removal cases, and they can go through this with you and see how the stop time rule affects your case. If you need our help in any way, reach out. We're happy to talk to you and advise in any way we can. Take care.